Bruce McArthur is arrested by the Toronto police in 2016 and goes to the interrogation room. Here the police interrogate a man who doesn't know how dangerous he is.
Before we begin here, I just want to let you know that we are being audio and video recorded right now because there's a camera just up in the corner, and this device up here is a microphone, so it's picking up everything that we say, okay?
Okay.
The time right now is 10:17 p.m. Okay, sir, and your name is?
Bruce McArthur.
And if you could spell it for me, please.
B-R-U-C-E, and McArthur, M, small c, capital A-R-T-H-U-R.
Okay, sir. And right now, you're under arrest. You were placed under arrest this evening for the offense of assault, okay? You've been brought here at 232 Division for the purposes of being investigated for that offense, okay? So a few minutes ago, we just had a brief conversation. I introduced myself, and I gave you an opportunity to provide a statement, and you said that you wanted to do so. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. And at the same time, I also asked you if you wanted to speak to a lawyer before doing so. I'm going to ask you again, do you wish to do that before we begin?
No, it's fine.
Okay, sir. So, an allegation has been made against you, and this officer in just a moment is going to let you know exactly what that allegation is, okay? What I'm going to do to you right now is just read you a caution and let you know that you're being investigated for the offense of assault, okay? You're not obliged to say anything unless you wish to do so, but whatever you say may be given in evidence. Do you understand?
I do.
Okay. Do you wish to say anything in answer to the charge? Again, do you wish to provide us a statement with some clarity as to what happened? Okay.
So the allegations are that around 6:30 p.m. this evening, you met up with a gentleman at the intersection of Bathurst and Finch. During the course of your involvement with him, there was an allegation made of assault, which in choking was the allegation made, and that's basically why you're under arrest today for that assault.
Okay. So, sir, if you would like to provide us with your account of what occurred earlier this evening.
Well, we talked about going for dinner, and he said he needed to take a shower, so I said I'd meet him at the Tim Hortons at Finch and Bathurst. And so he arrived, and we were going to have sex, and he suggested doing it in the back of his truck since it hadn't been used yet. It was a brand new truck. I said, well, there's more room in the back of my van. So we went to my van. And we started kissing.
McArthur is completely calm and in control of the story he is telling. It seems that he has repeated these scenarios and words over and over again so that if he is suddenly arrested, he can escape.
So I did. And he got aroused by that. And so then I thought, okay, he likes it rough. So I put my hand to his throat. And just for a few seconds, because before that he's very strong, he just completely turned around and grabbed me by the throat. He said, now I'm going to show you what I'm going to do to you. And he had me by the throat to the point that I couldn't breathe. So I put my hands like up in the air like a surrender because I couldn't talk. And that's when he finally let go. And then he jumped out of the car. He said, I don't want to see you again. So I sat there because I was kind of out of breath. And I thought he was getting in his car to leave because he started the car and it was running. I could hear it running because he was parked right beside me. And the next thing I heard him say, no, it's 911 or whatever. And so I thought, oh gosh, he's calling the cops. And so I got out, and then he got out and walked around and was taking my license plates and that. And so that's when I got kind of uptight, and I got in the car and I drove off. And then the more I thought about it, I thought, well, I should go and give my side of it, but I could not think of like where a police station was in that area. So the only one I could think of was downtown. But then I realized there's one somewhere in Eglinton, and that's where I drove to.
The police officer tries to confuse him by asking more questions. Maybe they will succeed and he will be able to force him to confess to the crime he has committed.
Just on the last point, sir, did you go to that police station at Eglinton before the officers contacted you?
Yeah, no, I went there, and then they came there to me.
Okay.
The lady that spoke to the, I told her came to make a statement, and she said she ran my name, and she said there's nothing coming up on the screen. I said, well, what about my license plate? And she said it would show up too. So that's when she called.
So you went on your own free will. It's not like an officer called you to come to the station.
No one called me.
Excuse me, anything like that?
No.
Okay. So you indicated that this incident occurred with last name.
I don't know his last name.
And how long have you known him for?
2 or 3 years, maybe.
Okay. And as you're describing it, this is somebody that you're in an intimate relationship with. Is that right?
Well, intimate. We see I see him every 2 or 3 months, maybe.
Okay. And how did the two of you meet?
Online, I think.
Online?
I think online.
The police officer tries to ask the same questions again, in a way to put pressure on him so that he might make a mistake and reveal himself, but the efforts of this investigator are still useless.
Okay. Has anything like this ever happened before where things got out of hand?
Not like that. No, not that quickly, or not just like that.
Okay. Things have never gotten violent?
No.
Okay. So you indicated that I think it was around 6:30 p.m. you said?
Yeah, between 6:30 and 7.
Okay. And you said you met at the...
Yeah, something like that. I think it would be 6:30 and 7.
Yeah. Okay. And you said you met at the Tim Hortons parking lot at Bathurst and Finch. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it still would have been bright outside at 6:30, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you indicated that you were going to have sex in his truck, but it was new.
He suggested that, and I said, well, there's more room in the back of my van than there is your truck.
Okay. And what kind of truck did he have?
Ford something. 4-door.
Okay. And your van is?
What? It's a Dodge Caravan.
Dodge Caravan? Okay. And you said that the two of you were parked beside each other, right?
Yeah.
And then you went into your van, is that right? And then you said you started kissing.
Yeah.
And that's when this incident basically happened, is that right?
Well, then...
Bruce is very professional and knowledgeable and knows exactly how the police behave in interrogation and does not lose himself at all.
Okay. What part of the van were you in when this happened?
Back seat.
Back seat. Like the back seat or like the very back of?
Well, there's only one seat. Actually, the seats are all except for one seat. One bucket seat's in there.
Okay.
So there's plenty of room.
Okay. And was there a possibility for anybody else to see what had gone on?
Yeah.
Okay. Why do you say that?
Well, because you're lying on the floor. Who could see you?
Oh, so you were down some?
Yeah, I'm lying flat on the floor.
Okay. And you indicated that you started to, he indicated that he wanted it rougher, I believe.
He said harder, as hard as you can do it. Yeah.
Okay. And at that point, you said that you motioned your hands up to his neck.
Well, after, we did that for a while.
Okay.
Okay, so I figured he obviously liked that.
Okay. And what was your reason for bringing your hands up to his neck? What was your understanding?
I just thought he liked it rough.
Okay.
He was getting off on that.
And then you indicated that immediately he then put his hands around your neck, is that right?
He was like, he's very strong. Before you know it, he just had completely swung around and was facing me on pushing me down, and his hands were around my neck.
Okay.
Like really quick.
So there was a brief struggle.
Yeah, well, I couldn't struggle with him. After once he had his hands around my neck, he was very strong.
Okay. How long did this last for, approximately?
Seconds.
Are you injured at all, sir?
No,
Do you believe he would have been injured?
I didn't think so.
Lacey, did you have any questions?
No, that's pretty good.
Okay, sir. Just before we conclude, is there anything else you feel might be important to tell us before we end the interview?
Like what? I don't know what else it would be.
We always give people an opportunity to say something that maybe we haven't asked before we conclude.
I don't know. We have had sex, numerous times and never had a problem.
Sure. Okay. Great. Time that I have is 10:28.
Bruce McArthur was released at that time, but he was arrested again in 2018. A year later, he pleaded guilty to 8 counts of first-degree murder. His victims were all gay men who disappeared between 2010 and 2017. Bruce was sentenced to 25 years in prison without the possibility of parole. The police's handling of the case of these missing persons, which took a long time, was severely criticized. The interrogation video was released by order of Ontario's court after a ruling that the police had mistakenly withheld it.